Quincy Jones, the songwriter and music producer best known for manning the boards on Michael Jackson's biggest hits, has died. He was 91 years old. Jones, whose work spanned decades and saw him win 28 Grammys, score nominations for 7 Oscars, an Emmy, a Tony, and the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award, will be remembered for the impact he had on so many people's lives through his music and his collaborations with other talented performers. Jones died in his Bel Air home Sunday night with family by his side. Jones will be recognized by the Academy Awards later this month with an honorary Oscar, Associated Press reports. Entertainment Weekly reached out to reps for Jones. Jones worked for decades with other musical icons including Frank Sinatra, Miles Davis, Betty Carter, Dinah Washington, Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, Little Richard, Aretha Franklin, Donny Hathaway, Minnie Riperton, Al Jarreau, Luther Vandross, Chaka Khan, James Ingram, and Tamia, among many others. For Michael Jackson, he produced Thriller, which won 8 Grammys and became a cultural milestone. He also produced 2 more of Jackson's best-selling albums, Off the Wall and Bad. For movie fans, Jones has a firm place in hearts and minds as the composer behind a huge swathe of scores. He was the first Black composer to score a major motion picture via The Pawnbroker in 1964. His scores included In the Heat of the Night, In Cold Blood, Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice, The Out-of-Towners, They Call Me Mr. Tibbs, The Wiz, and The Color Purple. Jones was born in Chicago, but his family moved around and eventually settled in Seattle, where he went to high school and developed a love for jazz. His instrument was the trumpet. He scored a scholarship to Seattle University and then another to Berklee College of Music in Boston, but he left without his degree to tour with legendary bandleader Lionel Hampton in 1952. Jones toured constantly throughout the rest of the 50s, briefly setting up shop in Paris and serving as the music director of French record label Barclay Discs. Jones later returned to America to take a job as the vice president of Mercury Records, though that job was short-lived when Jones' score for the movie The Pawnbroker became a smash. That sent him to Los Angeles, where he focused on composing for the film world. His critically acclaimed credits include the music for In the Heat of the Night, The Italian Job, Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice, and The Getaway. He also remained an in-demand arranger for the likes of Frank Sinatra and Ella Fitzgerald. But Jones is almost certainly best known as a producer. He helmed all of Leslie Gore's biggest hits, and later went on an unprecedented run with Michael Jackson. Jones produced Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, some of the most critically and commercially successful pop albums in the history of the medium. The pair had met while making The Wiz, and their creative partnership proved incredibly fruitful. To this day, the music we created together on Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad is played in every corner of the world, and the reason for that is because he had it all: talent, grace, professionalism, and dedication, Jones said when Jackson passed away in 2009. He was the consummate entertainer, and his contributions and legacy will be felt upon the world forever. Jones was also an active television and film producer, and Quincy Jones Entertainment produced such TV hits as The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Mad TV. In addition to his professional accomplishments, Jones was also an active agent for social change. He produced We Are the World in support of the victims of famine in Ethiopia, and founded a number of programs and organizations to provide outreach to at-risk youth. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2013. Jones was married 3 times and is survived by 7 children, including actress Rashida Jones. Quincy Jones was showing love for his children until the very end. In the legendary producer's final Instagram post on Saturday, which was shared one day before his death, he wished a happy 58th birthday to his daughter Martina. "So proud to be yo papa," he wrote alongside a photo of the two of them together. "Big hug. I love you eternally." The Grammy winner, who produced Michael Jackson's best-selling Thriller and worked with artists like Frank Sinatra, died on Sunday at age 91, his publicist confirmed. The icon of music, who was married 3 times, is survived by 7 children. Jones was first married to actress Jerry Caldwell, with whom he welcomed daughter Jolie Jones-Levine. She has worked as a model, author, and singer, and performed with the Los Angeles Chamber Orchestra, according to her website. Last year, Quincy shared a photo on Instagram showing him and Jolie at a piano when she was a child. In 1963, he welcomed Rachel Jones, who is now a veterinarian, with Carol Reynolds. Jones' second wife was model Ola Anderson, with whom he welcomed 2 more children, Martina Jones and Quincy Jones III. The former is a photographer, while the latter is a music producer like his dad. In 1974, Jones married his third wife, actress Peggy Lipton. They welcomed 2 kids together, Kidada Jones and Rashida Jones. Kidada Jones is a fashion designer, and in an Instagram post in March, Quincy described her as his muse. It's a testament to Jones' enduring legacy across the entertainment spectrum that a wide variety of performers from the world of both music and film are paying tribute. Gloria Estefan, Coleman Domingo, and more honor icon Quincy Jones. A genius has left us. Rashida Jones, meanwhile, is an actress best known for her roles as Karen Filippelli on The Office and in Perkins on Parks and Recreation. Her partner is Vampire Weekend lead vocalist Ezra Koenig, and she co-directed Quincy, a Netflix documentary about her father, in 2018. Speaking on the Smartless podcast earlier this year, The Social Network, Star said she was never interested in pursuing music professionally like her father. "My dad's a musical genius," she said. "That's the last thing I want to do is try my hand in that. But I love it. I have a deep ache for music, and I just don't ever feel like I'm good enough to do it. I'll never be good enough to do it." Jones' youngest child is Kenya Quincy Jones, a 31-year-old model whom he welcomed in 1993 with actress Nastasia Kinski. In a 2020 Instagram post for her dad's birthday, Kenya described Quincy as her #1 buddy and sunshine of love. "You fill my heart with lifetimes of gratitude," she wrote at the time. "As far back as I can remember, you have always been the voice that has lifted me up. You are hilarious, joyous, wise, fun, and real with an inner child that never fades. Thank you for being an unwavering pillar and example of love. I love you," barely scratches the surface,